you very much, PS. Thank you. Please, let's take our seats. Asante sana. Our friend, Ambassador Whitman, fellow leaders, engineers, good morning. I think the presentation that was made here just concluded the meeting. That when I committed to Njiru and the AWS friends in Kenya, that we would do our part as government to make it possible for companies that want to set up in Kenya not to be disadvantaged by policy, and that we are going to align policy with the requirements of industry. It was very clear to me then that as we do our part as government, we would expect partners like AWS to do theirs. I'm very happy that AWS have kept their part of the bargain. And that's why this launch of the Amazon Web Services Development Center is a very important event for several reasons. First, Amazon has chosen Kenya as the base from which to extend its global and African footprint, which affirms our country as an attractive global investment destination, recognizes our progress in consolidating Kenya's global and continental leadership in the field of information and communication technology, and endorses our national digital transformation agenda. The second is that Amazon clearly recognizes the opportunities that abound at the intersection of our bottom-up economic transformation agenda and its fundamental enabler, technology in general, and digital information and communication technology in particular. Thirdly, this event makes it clear that Amazon has a strong interest in bringing opportunities of job creation and skills development in highly productive and competitive emerging fields within the reach of many Kenyans, and in fact, right here in Kenya. Listening to Felix, who was working out in South Africa, finding an opportunity to do this at home was very heartwarming. And congratulations, AWS, for making it possible for Felix to explore his calling and his talents right at home here in Kenya. Listening to Miss Makoha from Safaricom gives me the impression and the inspiration that indeed we have a great opportunity ahead of us working with companies like Amazon. Kenya has emerged as one of the most exciting frontiers of global tech competitiveness, with high revolutionary potential across all sectors. It makes tremendous sense for a leading player in the global technology space to secure its presence in this market by significantly enhancing its visibility and presence. At the same time, I must recognize as a starting point that this move by Amazon will make Kenya the second African hub from which its teams will be developing solutions for partners throughout the world, and from where it will support all its customers spread across the globe. The center will therefore necessarily entail the creation of numerous new, highly skilled jobs in various critical areas, including software development, cloud support, telecommunication, and software engineering. Africa is rapidly emerging as a tremendous single market of over 1.4 billion people and the next frontier of global industrial revolution. With a median age of 19 and with their education skills and enterprising spirit, young Africans are prepared to power unprecedented global growth, which with the right investment, like Amazon's, will take advantage of our continent's natural resource wealth and green energy potential to lead the world in greening opportunities, growth, and prosperity, and thus guarantee a sustainable future for both us and humanity. It is therefore a good idea to be here in Africa as this new era of global transformation unfolds. Even better, it is exciting to be in Kenya, the geostrategic gateway to East Africa, the Horn of Africa, Great Lakes and Central Africa region, as well as the continent of Africa. And this is because it will optimize your footprint and make it possible for you to tap into the great talent that I was very happy that Satish speaks very candidly about the Kenyan talent that I have always explained to the people of our great nation, that our human capital is the greatest resource that we have as a country. It is the reason why we continue to spend on our education to sharpen our human capital. This year, we are spending the largest budget ever in the history of Kenya on education. Close to $5 billion we're investing in education. Just to make sure that we get the base right. Our primary students will benefit from an extra 56,000 teachers that we've hired so that we get the base right. We've also changed our model of delivery of funding for both our TVETs and our universities so that we can target specific students, make sure that we give affirmative action for courses that will give us the best human capital that can serve our country and serve the global market. And that is the finesse of the Kenyan human capital. And it is the very reason that we continue as an administration to focus very keenly on delivering quality education and making it possible for every student from every background to get an equal chance at being their best by making sure that we make the whole education infrastructure democratic and make it possible for many of our students to get quality education. It is the reason why we have doubled our budget both for TVET education and for university education. And we will continue, I want to commit that we will continue to invest in our human capital so that companies like Amazon can continue to get the best. Kenya is also gateway to 6 global fiber optic lines and has taken off as a vibrant pioneering epicenter of African research and development, technology and innovation, and as was said very ably, the Silicon Savannah. Earlier this year, during the American Chamber of Commerce event in Nairobi that was being referred to by Mr. Njiru there, I made a strong win-win case for American firms to choose Kenya in their own best strategic and business interests and in the interest of our bottom-up economic transformation agenda, citing the policy and institutional arrangements that we have laid down to make it possible, easy, and advantageous to choose Kenya. I reiterated this message a few days ago when I joined the Kenya Investment Roadshow in Silicon Valley in San Francisco. I also held discussions with AWS's executives in New York at the Kenya mission to the United Nations, where we agreed on sustaining the development of a conducive business environment for them to expand their investment in Kenya. I hope we make another deal again today. And I will keep my path. And as was said by my good friend from Safaricom, your presence now as a company in Nairobi is the next step. Tell me what you want me to do, and I promise you I will. So that, reaffirm my commitment to follow through with the undertakings I gave and to go further and take measures necessary to ensure that the policy framework on which the digital technology ecosystem stands is a tide that lifts all boats, local as well as international. In our engagement, the urgent imperative to create employment and training opportunities in Kenya through this investment emerged as the foremost shared priority in line with the digital superhighway